Hi guys! Today and yesterday, I originally had planned to do like some job searching and editing my portfolio, but I have been feeling very overwhelmed. And I saw this TikTok today of a girl who is currently unemployed, and she was saying, like, oh, maybe the reason why I'm not landing a job right now is because I just don't care anymore. After like so many rejections, I just feel very detached from it. Like, honestly, I'm like, okay, maybe I relate to that a little bit. I used to think all I really wanted was a job. Like, I so badly was like, I just want a corporate job. I just want a 9 to 5. Like, I don't care that it's like boring, it's whatever. Like, at least it's like somewhat stable, which I know, given the circumstances of like layoffs and whatever these days, it's not necessarily. But still, I thought that's what 100% I wanted because I guess like growing up my whole life, that kind of felt like the only realistic future was to get like a corporate job. But now that I don't really have that and I do have the time to explore other things, it's making me realize maybe I have other goals and ambitions that I've like always wanted to do that I never really thought was realistic, but now I have time for it, so maybe now is the time to really take that risk and go for it while I can. And I think honestly, I have been feeling very detached from the original like industry or the job I was trying to aim for. As more time passes on and I don't get interviews or just like rejections, I guess, like obviously you feel very very discouraged. And I think it's been like looming over me a lot recently where in the times of my day where I'm trying to relax and do other things, I'm still thinking about it in the back of my mind. And then when I do schedule in time to do like job searching or portfolio editing, all I can think about like for the whole day, like leading up to it, is like, okay, I gave myself like 2 hours of break right now, but at 5 p.m. I have to start it. And then from like 3 to 5, all I can think about is, oh my gosh, there's only 1 hour left of my break now. Now there's only 30 minutes. And I'm just like dreading like actually doing the action. And I was like, am I just like unmotivated and like lazy these days? Because I feel like I used to feel the need to always be busy. And these days I think I still do feel that, just not necessarily with this goal anymore. The plan today was to do some more job searching and portfolio editing after, but I think I want to take a break today. So we're going to do something else instead. We're going to do some book retail therapy. There's this used bookstore really close to me that I really like going to, so we're gonna go there today. I usually don't like buying books, even from used bookstores as much, just because, like, I don't really have a list of books right now that I'm trying to read. It's more just like I go into a store or I go online and I see something that looks kind of interesting and I'll like pick it up and be like, maybe I'll really like it. I might like buy a book and then like not really like it. But I'm going to give myself an exception today. I'm gonna give myself like a small budget, let myself buy a couple of books. Oh, and last night I finished reading Jeanette McCurdy's memoir. It like 100% exceeded my expectations. Like, I had read online that people said it was really, really good, but I haven't read too many other memoirs that I was like very like, like in like, but honestly, this one was so good. I think the storytelling of it is amazing and it's so like very in depth and it's written in such like an amazing, beautiful way, like a very reflective journey of her life. So definitely recommend it if you guys have been thinking about it. Let's do a book haul. Ended up getting 4 books in total, and it cost me $14, which I think is like pretty good. I spent 30 minutes in there, but I should have timed better because every time I go, I end up being kind of feeling rushed. So I actually planned to do this book haul for you guys in my car yesterday, right afterwards, but I was in such a rush to make it to my yoga class. But starting off, I have never heard of this book before, but I found it in the clearance section and the synopsis seemed pretty interesting to me. So I got it for 99 cents. But it's just a fiction book and it's about a couple different perspectives of women's and how their lives end up like crossing paths. I just started reading this last night. I'm only like 2 chapters in, but so far I do think it's interesting. The main character, at least the first main character, does have a very interesting family dynamic. So starting off good, I did look into the reviews on Goodreads, and it has fairly decent reviews, but people are saying that the other stories past the first character aren't as enticing. So we'll see if I still like the book as much once I'm a little further in. Okay, next I have this memoir. One of my goals this year was to read more nonfiction. So I was in the aisle and this kind of caught my eye. This book is from the perspective of the mother of the sons were in the Columbine shooting, or the ones who like were the shooters, which is obviously a very heavy topic, but I also saw this previously online and people were saying that they enjoyed it. So I do kind of want to read it, but obviously you have to go into it with the mindset in the context of knowing that it's definitely going to be biased. I don't really know what I'm expecting from this, but I am excited to read it. Right, and then we have this one, which on a very much lighter note is The Writing Retreat. This I also have never heard of before, but it's basically a thriller slash mystery kind of novel. That's what I'm getting from the synopsis of it. It reminds me of Everyone in My Family Has Killed Someone, or Everyone on This Train is a Suspect. Those two books are by the same author, and I really, really like the way those are written. Those were like murder mysteries, but in a funny, comedic kind of way. I don't know if this is actually going to be funny, but just from reading the synopsis, and honestly even like the title, like I'm not gonna lie, like I do judge books by their cover. That's literally how I went into this. Like I had no plan of buying like a specific book for this. If the synopsis and the cover looked interesting enough, I picked it up. So I'm kind of hoping this falls into that realm because I really do like those types of books. And then last, I have obviously Catching Fire. So I currently own 2 books out of the entire franchise. I do eventually one day want to own every single book, but I'm not like in a rush to buy them all right now. This one, I was able to get it for only $2.99. So I think that was a pretty good deal. I didn't care that much about getting like a new copy, but I thought this was a pretty good deal considering that it's also like the hardcover. And I do want to reread this again soon. I'm hoping before the movie comes out, which I know I still have like a whole year, that I'm going to reread all of the books again in the order just to get excited for it. But yeah, those are all of the books that I picked up. There were some other ones that I also saw that were quite interesting, but a lot of the other ones, they were like actually the new books, because the place, the store sells both used books as well as new copies, but they will buy back the new copies for half the price that they sold it to you for. So I actually was this close to getting one of Frida McFadden's books, because I know it's like so big, but I've never read any of them before. But then I was like, okay, I don't know. I haven't read like a single one of her books yet, so I'm just gonna wait, read it on my Kindle, just because they are pretty expensive. Actually, it was like $14, so it would have been, that one book would have been like the price of what I got all 4 of these for. I think that is on my next, on my TBR, that is after I finish the one that I just started. Right. Anyways, that is all that I have for this video. Thank you guys for listening if you guys are still here, and I'll see you guys next time.